Batters up. It's the Batter's Eye, and I am Joseph. So here's what's happening. I played the last game in Toronto, won 8-1, and then the glitch happened again as it would load, and then all I could do was just continue the game and then win in Texas and then lose in Chicago and lose in Arizona. Then we get to the All-Star game, and for some reason there is no glitch here, so I'm going to play the All-Star game, see what happens, see if I can play the next game, and then see if it's going to just restart the glitch again. So the glitch is so bad that I contacted customer support for RBI, and I'm going to read you the email that they sent me. I know talking is not very interesting with no gameplay, but we ask you to do the following thing: remove all game progress. So go to data management, delete save data, select RBI baseball, and delete, and then relaunch the game. So the only thing that customer support for the game told me to do was to completely delete my save data, as I have to this point 95 plus hours in the game. As if I delete the save data, I'm not going to restart the whole season. That's not going to happen. So that I've already played too many games for that. So what I'd end up doing is something completely different. So I figured I'm just going to roll with the glitch and see what happens. And keep doing. If the glitch restarts, then fine. If it doesn't, there's nothing I can do. Like, it's pretty insane that there's a game breaking glitch in the Switch version. So the All-Star game is here. Sale, Snell, Cooper, and I have Giolito, awesome, and he's the only person from my pitching staff. Abreu, Anderson, Mike Trout's on the bench. So I like Sale, Meadows. None of my Sox are starting. That's weird. Alright, start the All-Star. I'm really upset about this because I should definitely not. There should not be a game-breaking glitch in this game. And definitely don't recommend getting it on Switch. It's been nothing but a mess for me.
Play ball.
That's 95 hours in, too.
Strike. Ball.
So ball outside. Meadows hitting 278, 9, and 6 for the season.
Strike.
And swung over the drop pitch.
Strike.
Strike inside, so struck out. Torres hitting 230, 11, and 0. Wow, he's an all-star. Down the line, going foul. 1-0 count. Scherzer, who's 431, 98, and 095 whip.
That's a ball.
Ball low. Straight to the second baseman.
Out.
Out number 2. Springer hitting 252, 12 and 0. And did I hit that out of the park? Yes, I did. Go ahead and jog, Springer. That is a home run. 431, 24.65, 98.8 off the bat. So the American League, the National League 1-0 off the Springer home run. Martinez hitting 219, 11 and 1. Straight to the third baseman, third out of the inning. But the AL does get a run off the home run. Baez, Arenado, and I didn't see who the third guy was, up next. So Chris Sale has a 6.27 ERA, 86 strikeouts, 120 whip. He's a guy I've seen a lot of.
Strike.
Strikeout side. No joke. I used to have a plan for the White Sox, straight into the gap.
You're safe.
And this was when Sale was on the team. And don't know how, but every game me and my older brother went to
Ball.
was a Sale start. Like every game. We saw him so much. And I'm not complaining about that because he's a great pitcher. But I just thought it was weird.
That's a ball.
And fly out into right field. Mellows is under it.
Out. Safe.
Couldn't get him at third. Freddie Freeman hitting 296, 10 and 0. Flies out to the MVP of the game so far, George Springer. Ramirez, Chu, and Bogarts is up next. Ramirez hitting 258, 23 and 1.
Ball.
Ball low inside.
Steer right.
I think I forgot to take the commentary, like the actual hymn off. And through, third baseman gets it, and that's an out at first. Chu hitting 257, 15 and 0.
Foul ball.
Down the line, that is a hit for Chu. Gonna keep him at first. Bogarts hitting 257, 11 and 0. He started ahead of Tim Anderson, who's doing way better than that. And rolled over it. Out at first. That was a swinging bunt there. Mitch Morton, 250, 16 and 0.
Strike.
Spun over the drop pitch.
Ball.
Ball inside.
Strike.
Strike inside.
That's foul.
And did I get all of it?
He's out.
No, I didn't. Just in front of the wall. Bottom of second, Acuna, Harper, and Marquez. I like Acuna. I can't tell you how disappointed I am with RBI 20 on the Switch. Like, it's incredibly disappointed. No game's been, I've never had a game work so hard against you to try to play it.
Foul.
And I enjoy the game. I obviously enjoy the game if I put this much time into it. It's just all the glitches and all this stuff. It's just so buggy. And I ranted about this earlier. But, like, the Switch is the one console that they really could succeed on, but they'd rather try and. I think that what happens is they focus more on Xbox and PlayStation, and like the Steam and Switch versions are the same, and they're like the stepchildren of RBI, which is a budget game, which means it's so much worse. So they probably don't. I cannot believe someone who's hitting 202 2 in zeros in the All-Star game.
That's a strike.
Oh. And they just don't spend the time on it.
You're out.
Wow, nice catch in center field.
That's a ball.
Ball low inside.
That's a ball.
Ball inside. To my knowledge, the show's still coming to Xbox, which means that like RBI's last strong foothold is
Out.
going to be the Switch. To my knowledge, I didn't hear anything about the Switch getting this show. Is what I meant to say. I don't know. I think I said RBI and the Xbox. So to my knowledge, the show like is going to be everywhere, and there's no reason to play this game anymore. At this point, even I think I'm going to go back to the show. Even I'm more of a retro, like I like the retro style gaming, but I'd rather have a game that works than have a game that's buggy and glitches out. I'm going to sub in someone else, Cranky. Someone who I'd rather have a game that works than have a game that I'm fighting to play with.
Strike. Out.
Got him at first. So this is actually a weird time. I was watching the 2001 MLB All-Star game, and back to Greinke, gets him at first, and I'm a White Sox fan, and proud White Sox fan, even though this is the 15th straight year like that we're in the top 10 picks for whatever. It's embarrassing. And I believe I counted like in the 2001 All-Star game, I was like, oh, that guy's a future White Sox. That guy's a future White Sox. That guy's a future. So I was like, damn, I'm just going to go through and count up all the future White Sox in the game. And then there was like some that were only in there for like half a season, like Ken Griffey and so there was 12, and there was like a few. Oh, it was the 2000 All-Star game. I said 2001. And 8 future White Sox. Carl Everett, who was on the 05 White Sox team. Roberto Alomar, who was there for a season and then a half a season. Dave Wells, who was a bust pitcher for us.
Foul ball.
And then Jermaine Dye, who was there for '05. Darren Erset. And then Manny Ramirez, Ken Griffey, obviously only there for half a season. And Andrew Jones was
Strike.
the last guy, and he was on the team for a season, I believe. And Andrew Jones is still one of my favorite players. It's hard to explain why. So 8 future White Sox, and then I was looking at the White Sox team. The 2000 was a very good team. Yet Frank Thomas didn't make it to the All-Star game, and he was dominating pitching that season. But the White Sox did have a representative in James Baldwin. If you don't recognize the name, it was his only All-Star appearance. He wasn't particularly great. That season he was not particularly great. At the All-Star game he was 8-4 with a 4.20 ERA. And he actually left that game early to go be with his wife as she was having birth.
Ball. Foul ball.
And fouled off by Goldschmidt. And to Bogarts. Bogarts is going to get him at first. Yep.
That's a strike.
It's insane that Thomas. It's 20 years later. I'm pissed off that he didn't make that team. I'm just barely old enough to remember that.
Strike.
Like that team. And Acuna got me.
That is out of
He
here.
gets the jog. 481, 24.18, 106.4.
Steer right.
Inside. In
Strike.
fact, Thomas didn't make another All-Star team from after that point, I think.
That's a ball. Ball. Strike.
Got him. I've been watching a lot of old-time baseball because I'm off of work. I hurt my leg, and I'm still waiting to find out if I tore my meniscus or not. I got an MRI yesterday, and the MRI sucked.
Strike.
I've gotten MRIs before. They're loud, and I'm alright with loud noises,
That's a ball.
but the machine, the table was shaking, and I'm prone to motion sickness, so the table was shaking, and you need to stay still for an MRI because how fast the machine was going. It was just shaking on its own. So it was just a little bit enough to get me motion sickness. So the entire time I was
Steer right.
trying not to throw up while in the MRI machine.
Out.
So I've been watching a shit ton of old baseball because there isn't any new baseball
Foul.
to watch right now. And I tried watching KBO and I just couldn't get into it.
He's out.
Mainly because ESPN's broadcasting wasn't focusing on the game. They were focused on all the MLB players that came through it and all this other random stuff that didn't need to be there. They weren't taking it as seriously as I would have liked.
Foul ball.
So if I'm just gonna focus on that, I might as well just watch old baseball. So I watched the 2000 MLB All-Star Game, and I'm watching a lot of the games from the 93 season right now. And then randomly I watched the 2000 World Series, and I did not realize how well Piazza hit Clemens. Like he made Clemens his bitch, man. Oh, I have Greinke in still. I wanted to switch up pitchers. Sure.
That's a strike.
I was watching that World Series right at the same time where reports were coming out of Derek Jeter saying if they would have lost that World Series, he would have left the Yankees.
You're out. That's a strike.
Man, he throws fast as shit. Got a quick delivery too.
That's a ball. Strikeout.
Struck him out.
Steer rag. Strike. Steer rag.
And struck him out. Awesome. Top of the sixth, Perez, Meadows, and Torres. I think I'm going to start bringing in subs now. Perez did hit that ball hard the first time at bat, too. Just got stolen out of the air by the center fielder. Like Mike Trout on the bench, how weird is that? And look how well he's playing. Like the All-Star game in RBI is weird.
There's a foul.
It was weird last year too. Come on, get out, get out, get out.
Home run.
Yes, go ahead and jog. So, Garver hit a 383, 24.43, 97.8 off the bat. This game is tied. And Meadows. Let's see, who do I want to put in? Judge, sure. Hitting 273, 10, and 3.
Ball. Ball.
Both balls outside. And he crushes it. Go ahead and jog, Judge. .474, 19.50 off the bat, 101.3 out, and the AL now lead the NL by 1. Sure, I might as well just do this now. And put Cruz. Yay, Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu, and then everyone is basically a brand new team, and Tuve hitting 221, 12 and 0.
That's a foul ball.
He's so tiny. I shouldn't have swung at that. And swung out over the drop pitch. So Trout hitting 314, 23, and 2.
That's foul.
And he crushes it. Go ahead and
That's out of here.
Trout. trot. That's what I was trying to say. 441, 23.51, 101 off the bat. So, 4 solo home runs by the AL. Nelson Cruz hitting 310, 20, and 0.
Ball.
Which is insane that Cruz is still playing baseball. And he hits it out of the ballpark. 104. Man, this is like the home run derby. Go ahead and jog. 460, 22.87, 105.2 off the bat. 5-2 now. Bregman hitting 237, 12, and 1. I was hoping he hits that back on another home run.
Out.
Did you see the RBI tweet with the bingo? I just completed one of those tasks as hitting back-to-back home runs there. And that's out of here. Go ahead and jog. Home run. Brantley, 456, 20.18, 106. I cannot hate Michael Brantley. As much as I want to, I cannot hate him. Tim Anderson hitting 371, 28, and 7. One of my boys, and he flies out.
He's out.
Alright, yes, Clevenger has a 5.44 ERA, 103, and 102 whip.
Strike.
Back-to-back strikes.
Strike out.
Struck him out.
That's a strike.
And Trout's going to get there easily.
Out.
Man, he's such a good baseball player. To Tim Anderson. Got him. So in watching the 93 All-Star game, I forgot how good Toronto was during this era. Because starting is Alomar, Olerud, and Joe Carter, and they had like so many other guys on the bench of that team. That team was stacked.
Strike.
Over it. I got the American League jerseys kind of look nice. I like them. Man, I did awful with my boys.
Strike.
Going over it. And before I forget, J.A. Straight to first base. That's going to be an easy one.
Out.
Oh, come on. Come on. Jog, Judge. It is a home run. 390, 19.93, 108 off the bat. Straight to the second baseman, so one second baseman grounds out to the other. Harper, Marquez, and Crawford. So because I'm having issues with my knee, I'm not taking him out of the game. I sort of don't want to take him out. Brantley, sure. I've been on muscle relaxers,
Strike.
and they're not like they're muscle relaxers that will just put you out for a few hours. So I took some, and I sleep about 20 hours a day now. A little bit of over-exaggeration, but not much. I think like if I go to bed at 10, I won't wake up until like 11 the next day. So I try not to take them because one, I don't want to get addicted to anything, and two, that's so much sleep. So much sleep. My dreams are crazy too. They're completely insane. Struck him out. Trout, Cruz, and the Mayhew. And Trout, 1 for 1 in the game with a home run. Who are they bringing in? Yu Dark, John Lester? How the hell did they get to the All-Star game? Wow, that was a great hit. I'm going to send him because it's an All-Star game and nothing really matters.
He's safe.
And safe. Yeah. I sort of want to use Chapman.
Strike. You're safe.
Safe. I wonder if it's going to glitch out after the game. Like, are they going to, is it going to run and start a whole new glitch? I wonder. I have no idea how this glitch works. Don't know why it's glitching. And that's a home run? No, just missed it. Man. Strong single. Just missed a home run. What? Why did he just stand there? He could have stabbed at that. Oh yeah, and the glitch that always seems to happen to me is them outrunning the third base bag. I don't know why that happens. I get pissed off about that. I'll run the third. See that? He just literally slid. Like he slid. That was a weird glitch. But they run past the third base as I'm just trying to have them go third. That's the worst, one of the worst ones.
That's a strike. That's foul.
It's insane. It's insane that the Florida could have had a dynasty, but they didn't want to pay their players in the early in the 90s and 2000s. That they stumbled into 2 World Series.
Strike 3, you're out.
Judge. Who's, didn't I homer twice with him already? Yep, 2 for 2, 2 home runs.
Out.
Diving catch at third. Bottom of the 8th. Tears by as an Arenado. Alright, Chapman. Man, that's a bad sign when you bring in a pitcher and he gets immediately stunned for a single. Insane he still has that
Foul
heat.
ball. Strikeout. Steering.
Fly out into the field.
Out.
Out.
Steering. Foul.
There's actually a net in LA. Why isn't there a net in all these other stadiums? Oh, that's a home run.
That is out of here.
Every run is scored on home runs in this game. Goldsmith hit 424, 21.55, 98.5 off the dang bat. Come on, Chapman.
He's out.
Got him at first. So top of the ninth. Alright, before I forget, in at the pitching spot, Lucas Giolito to close out the game for me.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
Ground out to second base.
Out.
Mike Trout, who's homered and doubled in the game. And fly out to right field.
Out.
To shortstop and
You're out.
third out of the inning. Mamnath, Cunha, Harper, and Markakis. So Giolito, my pitcher. My
Out.
stopper, my ace, my hero.
That's a ball.
Boy, I hope.
You're out.
Oh, wow, right back to Giolito. I hope there isn't any. He doesn't regress this year and he just gets better. That would be awesome.
Strike.
Yeah, I want to strike him out for the last out. Come on, let me strike you out. Nope. So Tim Anderson to a break. Wow, that was a very familiar combination. So the AL wins, and let's find out if there is a glitch. My lineup looks more like an All-Star game lineup. Alright, let's see if it takes forever to load. And this is exactly how the glitch goes. I'm going to wait a minute but it should have already, the menu should have already came back. So yep, it's just frozen on this. Alright, that's enough time there. So close the software, restart it. I wonder if now my schedule is now back to God, it's so freaking aggravating. Go to franchise, and you see that it just goes to the next game. Giolito pitching, Markakis at bat. So continue your game. I'm just going to show you how the glitch works now. And as customer support told me, there is zero that they can do for this. It's quite literally a game-breaking glitch.
Play ball.
Game loads. Boom, White Sox win. Easy win, right? As someone who's not even on the White Sox gets a win. Giolito gets a save. And let's look at the lineup, as it's the entire all-star lineup there. And then it will go to loading. And it will just be stuck in this again. So definitely should have came up by now. I'm going to restart the software.
Welcome to...
And back to the franchise. Next day, I get a win. So that's how the glitch works, which is why I'm really aggravated. There's zero I can do about it. Look how close I was to, I was in July. Look how close I was able to finish the season. The March, April, May, and end of June I finished. And then in July the game breaks. Frustrating. Nothing they can do about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glitch it out until the end of the season, just because I want to see what happens. I'm going to do this off record because it's not going to be very interesting just to see me start and reload the game over and over again. But I've got a 20 game lead. I'm going to win every road game series, lose every home series. So I'm going to get into the playoffs. So let's just see if the glitch goes into the playoffs. Why not, right? Alright, Thanks for watching. That's the ball game. I'll see you next time.